Ah, you already know. Oh, wow. Look at the sun.
Oh, my God.
We have arrived.
Jesus.
It's the Roll Up Gas podcast. Wait,
Jesus at
You don't even know about Jesus.
is the light.
I have the halo.
Oh shit, nigga, I'm going over 9,000.
No, wrong direction, nigga. Roll Up Gas podcast. We in here. We're gonna have to probably do something about that. That's a little bit crazy. Of a
Fucking sun.
goddamn sun. We're starting a little bit not early. I don't know. On time.
I mean, we're a little bit
like
on
we're
time, you know.
As long as
On
we
time.
start before 6 o'clock, I think we're on
We
time.
got some video artifacting there. That's kind of cool though. Like, look at that.
Oh shit.
That right there.
Yeah, damn, what is that?
It's just the sun. Like,
That's crazy.
You were talking about
reflecting your-
Jesus, and now he cast a spell upon you.
yeah, you got that poison spell on you.
Nah, green mean money, so I mean I'm about to get some bread.
Green also means gonorrhea, so...
Oh, I don't even know what
was
the
it?
fuck.
Huh?
Does it?
I assume that's what color it is when it
No,
comes out.
you said that confidently, nigga. Don't take it back now, nigga. Nah.
First of all, I don't know what it looks
Got a little
like,
bit of volume
nor
there,
if I had
Crespo.
it, but...
You said what?
Your phone's got a little bit of volume.
I remember back in the day.
You got some tape.
What in the fucking Negro Home Depot are you going on over
Hey,
there?
it's better than nothing, I guess.
Welcome to
Bear with
Quincy
us here,
Duke's
folks.
Home
You know?
Improvement.
Hey, that fixes
Fucking
it.
Quincy-
Good enough.
Quincy Duke's
It's only gonna
Home
be like that.
Improvement.
You just ignore the problem. What you do is just cover it up. Out of sight, out of mind.
Like, you know, we do sell curtains, but you got some old mail.
Just cover that
I
shit
just
up.
fucking came back from Vegas, big fella. The first thing I'm gonna tell you, we were walking through down the strip, and one of the most memorable things, big fella, I seen Gordon Ramsay, one of his restaurants called Burger.
Oi, this is a burger. What the fuck do you want? Do you want burgers? Well, it's what it bloody is.
Fucking Gordon Ramsay burger line ridiculously long.
Wrapped around
was
the
it
block.
was it a restaurant or like?
It was a restaurant, but it was
fast
inside.
food,
No,
like-
it was like a restaurant, like a sit-down restaurant.
Did you
It was
get
like
one?
going- Fuck no, I wasn't waiting in that line.
Did you see one of the burgers at least?
I did.
What it look like?
It looked pretty good, but it didn't look like I was gonna
Come
be
on,
waiting.
man. Give me something more than that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like the buns are at least made in house, and the French fries maybe. Or
Can
maybe
I
they're
get
like,
a detailed, mouth-watering description of this burger?
Okay, so the one that I saw was like, I don't want to be up on the nigga shit, but it was like, it definitely was on a brioche bun. The burger was, I don't want to maybe say like
quarter of an inch, half an inch, an inch.
about
2
half
pounds.
an inch, about a half
10
an inch.
inches.
So it might have been like a third pound patty or something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, the toppings on it looked fresh. I mean,
Did
he
it
was
smell
eating the
good?
motherfucker. I didn't walk in the restaurant. I walked by the restaurant. I could just see the nigga like eating it in the window.
Saw some music.
The presentation of it though did look really well. Like the fries were in a nice little fucking like.
Oi! Put the fucking bloody fries standing upright in the bloody
You
dish.
hit this already?
Not yet.
My bad. I double clutched on
Son
you.
of a bitch.
But yeah, the fucking line was ridiculously long, man. But
I mean, it's Vegas. I would assume everything is a wait.
And it was fight week, so it's probably
Yeah.
a lot of
yeah,
people in town
fight
for
night
that.
was definitely packed, man.
Didn't you make some bets?
Yeah, placed $60 on Jorge Masvidal. I would have won.
I told you not to do that.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Maybe I didn't, but I mean, I told you he wasn't gonna win. I mean, I guess it would have been a. Maybe I didn't say that. I don't know, but if he won, it would have been a good bet because he was the underdog. But
Maybe you
he
said
wasn't
that
gonna
in
win.
your head when Crespo
Maybe
told you.
said it in my head movies.
Maybe because I'm just a fan of Jorge Masvidal. You know, I bet with my gut, but you know.
I mean, I wanted Jorge, but I was rooting for Jorge Masvidal. I wanted him to win.
the first round or two. He was in there,
But
About a
I
third.
knew what was going to happen.
yeah. I mean, he dropped in with a few good punches, but my thing with Jorge, like, I mean, now I don't believe, this is my opinion, I don't believe Jorge is a contender. I feel like he's just a name for big money. Kind of like Nate Diaz, kind of like some of those guys. I don't feel
He's
like,
never going to be the champ in that
like
division.
Colby's never going to be the champ, but no one's going to beat Colby.
Well, not no one. Somebody, I think,
might be
eventually somebody will
yeah.
beat Colby.
But Jorge,
But
like,
Colby, here's the thing. But Colby's not going to beat Kamaru.
no.
Never.
So until
Never,
somebody
ever, ever.
beats Kamaru
Never.
Yeah.
or Kamaru retires, Colby won't ever be the champ. So if he can like outlast or something,
What's the most title shots someone's had against different opponents?
like the most title shots?
Like, say, like Kobe's faced Kamaru twice, but say Kamaru loses to Leon Edwards,
Right.
and then Kobe gets a shot,
Against Leon
and
Edwards.
then loses to Leon Edwards. Like, that's 3 title shots you lost.
Yeah, but
Granted,
it's only
two
against two different people. Yeah, but yeah. So, but what's the question? Is it what's the most amount of title shots somebody's got,
how many,
or is it
how many you think he can get before Dana's like, all right, nigga, like?
not very? I mean, one.
But if he stays number 1, though, like, you know what I mean?
It depends on how things shake out. Like, I don't think there's any hard rule necessarily, but I think right now maybe he's got one more
Yeah,
at best
yeah.
if he's lucky. And even though now there's no argument for him to fight Kamaru.
Like, for
not
instance,
yet.
Like, for instance, say Kobe beats 2 through 6.
Colby should. I think he's going to fight Dustin Poirier next, maybe.
Say he beats him.
Which I think he will, and I'd honestly kind of be rooting for Colby in that fight because I'm not really a big Dustin Poirier fan anyway.
No,
But
that's because like Kobe, I feel like Kobe is like WWE. Like, he puts on the show.
yes,
Dustin Poirier, I think, is just a low.
Colby is
Like,
kind of cringe. He's more cringe than the king of cringe or whatever,
Yeah.
Henry Cejudo,
Yeah,
because he's like Henry Cejudo was almost doing it like tongue in cheek, like I'm doing this on purpose. I mean, and Colby is to a certain extent, but he's serious about doing it on purpose in a way. It's weird. I don't know.
yeah.
I get it, but
But I mean, I don't really see Jorge beating. I mean, he's a good money fight. People want to see him fight.
yeah. But I
But-
mean, who's he fight next?
I mean, his last 3 fights, he hasn't beaten anyone since. Oh,
Because has he fought Leon Edwards yet?
No, he punched Leon Edwards in
Yeah,
the face.
that's what I'm saying. They need
backstage,
to fight.
But he's been ducking Leon Edwards. But the last
mean, I don't
person
know if
he
that's the
beat was
case,
Nate
but-
Diaz, and
Yeah.
that was what, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Nate Diaz about to have his last fight too.
Nate
just announced
Diaz. I mean, yeah, Nate Diaz is a good fighter, but I think
It's time. It's time.
for medical reasons,
I've been said it was time. I said it was time 2 years ago when I see the nigga face falling off. I said, my guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people whose faces be falling off.
Nah,
but-
that nigga one punch, his shit start leaking.
That's all the scar tissue all built up in the shit. I mean,
That's what I'm
you
saying.
hit him
though,
once,
like,
he
it's
just opens
dangerous.
up.
It's dangerous.
I mean, yeah,
Kinda.
but
No, not kinda. It is.
all right. I'm sorry.
I don't.
I'm worried. As a fan,
don't
I'm worried.
think so.
As a fan of Nate Diaz, I would like to
Yeah,
see Nate Diaz just bow out. And Nate Diaz, I would like to see Nate Diaz just have his own kind of like weed business, like burner. Like, this is the fucking Diaz Brothers dispensary, and they got their own fucking strains and
That'd
shit.
be
'Cause
cool.
he's a known weed smoker, and just have your own little fucking weed empire like Burner. Smoke back, smoke good, kick back, get bread.
Who the fuck is
You know what I'm
Burner?
saying? Just
Burner's
take it
a-
easy.
a
I mean, I
rapper
know,
who
but-
does
Nigga, you
stuff.
know what the Cookies brand is, though.
He
Like the
does.
cookie store.
I guess.
I've talked about it.
Yes,
multiple times,
I
so-
know what it is, but it's so dumb.
Okay.
I mean, it's smart, I guess. Like, you brand weed and you can just call anything cookies. Only if it's the Frank Lucas thing. It's like, this is Blue Magic, motherfucker. You can't call that shit Blue Magic. That ain't Blue Magic. This is the fucking Blue Magic.
Hear me out.
Listen here.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear
But-
me out.
but
Hear me out. Hear me
Frank
out. Hear me out.
Lucas-
Hear me.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
But Frank Lucas also said, you can take my product and put whatever fucking name on it you want. Just don't use the Blue Magic name. All right, is that what he said?
If you
He
step on
said you can
Yeah.
take your product and call it whatever the fuck you want.
I thought he was talking about his too.
No, he's saying
No,
just
'cause
don't
he was
because
buying the
my
and he was
shit is
stepping
Blue
on it
Magic.
and calling it Blue Magic.
That would be like if Crespo started a weed business in Missouri, growing weed or whatever, and had his own specific strains that he was growing in house, and he called it Cookies, and it was a
Man,
cookie store.
Hey,
What would Burner do? Does he have a copyright on cookies?
I'm sure he does.
Maybe.
I mean, he does weed everywhere in the world.
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Prob-
the niggas, the
Right,
store is known
but-
for having all fire weed. Is what I'm alluding to.
But that's the same thing as somebody coming in and being I'm selling my fucking heroin and it's blue magic. Like, nigga, nah, it ain't blue magic, bitch.
Okay.
I wouldn't try it.
Anyway, who wants to hear about the weed scene in Vegas? Want to hear about that?
Whoa. What they got?
You can buy weed in the mall.
In the mall?
In the mall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can just be like walking next to like fucking.
Can you smoke in the mall?
Unfortunately not. But you can smoke right outside on the strip while people are walking up and down the strip with their drinks. People are also smoking marijuana.
I don't know if I could go long enough to walk through a mall without smoking.
I don't think like they have indoor smoking regardless, just because
obviously. Can't you smoke? What about casinos? Because can't you smoke cigarettes?
You can smoke cigarettes in there, but you can't smoke weed in there. Me and one of the dudes.
You can drink alcohol.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm dying.
Quincy took a shot.
You can drink alcohol.
Yeah.
But you can't smoke no weed. And you can smoke with cigarettes.
But you can't smoke no jazz cigarettes.
Not yet. Vegas sounds.
I'm sure
fun.
Vegas will probably be
like
one of the first ones where you can smoke weed in the casino. That'll probably be one of the first moves that they make in the near future.
I can see that happening. But I don't know.
Shouts out to Vegas, man. I had a great time. Like I was walking down the strip. There was like a couple of dispensaries you could just walk. Obviously show your ID before you walked in, and it was just like an open floor plan. You can walk in. They had some fire down there. I was very impressed, and they had a couple of dispensaries.
They gotta have some fire, man. The amount of money that is being spent in that town,
man,
I would imagine
they gotta have the gas.
Shout out this one spot that was called the Dispensary, and big fella, they had some halves in there for $60 before tax. So out the door was like $69. You know what I'm saying?
Not bad.
And I got me a half ounce of some Kush Mints, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fucking fire. I smoked that bitch down throughout the wedding.
Yeah, Vegas sounds like a really cool place,
and there's no.
But then,
you have to.
Did you buy any food?
I did buy some food. We went.
And did you notice?
Yeah,
the sales tax.
Yes. Dining in Vegas, especially in a restaurant, is very expensive. Luckily,
never mind. There's like no sales tax on other shit. I don't know about restaurants and shit necessarily, but
oh shit,
like if you go to fucking buy some shit at the gas station, like you need to go buy a Gatorade or something. Like,
oh, I didn't notice that.
There's no tax.
Because I definitely
at least last time I was there, unless shit changed.
I went to the gas station and I bought like some waters and shit. Because they be waxing for waters in the fucking hotel. So I went over there and got like some smart water, some chips, little snacks and shit.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's no sales tax there. I guess I could look it up.
I didn't really pay attention to that, but man, fuck this one spot called Planet 13, right? So
what they do? First of all, what is it?
Okay, Planet 13 is marketed as the world's largest dispensary. Oh shit! It's on the ground. This nigga. Trying to kill me just now.
Got it.
Is this your first day?
This is my first day. I'm sorry.
Okay, he's fired. All right.
All right.
We're gonna be hiring for another host of Rolling Up Gas here.
Oh shit.
So it's marketed as the world's largest dispensary. Like when we got there, we took a cab, and a lot of the cabs have like the fucking body cover or the vehicle wrap of Planet 13. Come to Planet 13. So I'm on my phone looking online. I'm like, oh shit, they got cereal milk for like $30. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check them out.
Okay.
So
like when it says world's largest, like the building?
Yeah, it says it's the size of a Walmart.
Okay. I think I've heard about this place.
And did you go? Right. Okay.
Yeah, so I pull up, they got a big red, the decor is nice and shit. You go in the line to check your ID. It's pretty nice. They got an interactive floor when you walk in. To the left is a little fucking like nice Mexican restaurant.
Like I can hear the tone in your story.
Yeah, that you are. This is already going in a direction where you're about to.
You started off with this is what we did, and I can just hear the tone is the further you're getting in this place, the Hulk is coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I'm like, okay, it's nice. They got a restaurant. I told us maybe we go over there see what they talking about when we get out of here. We go into the dispensary and they have like. I'm not kidding you, like 60 fucking bud tenders. Nice. And it's like all like little fucking stations and shit. But and out on the main floor you can see like their weed, you can see their fucking wax and shit, and everything's set up cool, everything. Yeah. Nothing over the top, but it's like you can see what you're getting before you actually buy it. Because when you go up to the bud tender, you're just strictly going there to order. So anyway, I already looked online, so I knew what I wanted. I was like, hey, I want this cereal milk. He was like, bet that's on sale. And I said, what the fuck was that? It was like Hellfire OG or some shit. And I was going to get Mel some gummies. So the nigga rang the shit up, and it was like 180. I was like, whoa. I was like, I thought it was on sale. It says it's on sale here online for $33. Woo. He was like, that's only for locals. I was like, but it's not advertised as that. He was like, yeah, but it's really only for locals because we don't have any deals. Only deals that we have is for edibles. I was like, I just looked at this nigga like,
that sucks.
Are you?
I wonder what.
I was like, well, I'm good.
The reason,
I don't want none of this shit. I was like, what the fuck? I'm not about to spend on that. What the fuck?
I wonder what the reason behind that is. Like, if it's any other reason other than just we could make more money off of tourism.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's what it is. Because
but nigga, if I'm gonna pay full price, I'm gonna go to the cookie store. Nigga,
there was dispensaries when we were in Colorado that a couple of them had for locals and like out of town people.
I mean, I could understand
but
like
I went to another spot called the dispensary, and they had big deals in there, and it was for everybody.
But that's the thing.
See, my thing is, I am more of a fan of the small dispensaries and the local.
I mean, I've only been to those, I guess.
Right, but I like the smaller ones because I feel like those people like kind of really give a fuck. Like they're actually talking to you and communicating and being respectful.
I don't think there should be. I don't have an issue with like if they were just giving some sort of discount to like if you live there, like. Right. Hey, or if you have like a club card or something, if you live around here, then you can get a discount or some shit. Okay, cool. But don't just wax the fucking the niggas coming in.
Yeah, because I mean, shit, like,
don't you want these people to come back? Like it's tourism, but I mean, again,
people will pay. I mean, there's enough dummies like that don't know, so they can get them for sure.
That's so fucked up because if you're like. They're like, oh, here's the price, and then you're like, here's my ID, and they're like,
if you're just,
oh wait, you're from out of town. Never mind, it's $35 more.
Yeah, but they know because you have to show your ID and everything like that, so
like,
they know if you are right off the jump.
Like that's fucked up. Yeah. Like out of towners versus regulars, like that'd be like I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not as fucked up as if like you walk in and I'm like, well, it's $30 more because you're black, Quincy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a bit more fucked up.
But I'm just saying, like that's
really fucked up.
Like they
were misleading.
I'm a firm believer.
And they didn't market that on the internet. On the website, it should have said discounts applies for locals only. Did
right? They should. They should.
Because
say that.
It just said sale, and I'm like, oh, bet cereal milk. That's one of my favorite strands. I want fucking cereal.
Because one, if you think about it, how much time was wasted in that whole scenario?
Oh man, the fucking cab ride there.
Like for him to go in there, to go through it, for that bartender to help you, for everything, just for you to go, what the fuck? And then they go, yeah, we know. Like, that wastes so much time throughout the day.
Almost about an hour.
Yeah. That's wasting time and wasting people doing other stuff.
But if you get enough suckers, then it makes up for it.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure there's people that are like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crespo is not your average weed fucking dispensary goer. he's a fucking he's a Karen if he goes into a dispensary. He's like, well, can I smell that one? Or, well, wait a minute. Well, where is this one grown at? Well, no, I don't like that one. I'm looking for this. Do you guys have this specific one? Well, over here they had that one. I really think like, do you want weed or not? But
I know
and so
what I like,
exactly,
I like what.
But so he's
like
a more of a aficionado.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dukes.
And so,
but I mean, I think over time,
if he goes into a place, and they're on some bullshit on some prices, then
I'm out.
He's gonna know that. But the average person, they're like, I don't know, this is what weed costs. It's this must be really good because it costs more.
That's why when I was in Colorado, I looked for deals the entire time. And then when I walked in, people were super nice. Like when I went to the lodge, she was like...
Right, but they're also, it's in Vegas, and there's people who have potentially just one, who has a bunch of like... Or a bunch of people with disposable income. Because if they're a tourist, you're going there to blow money. Yeah. And so they're like... Whatever, people don't even look at the price of shit on a lot of stuff sometimes. And especially if you're paid... Then you're just like, oh, that's what it costs? Okay, whatever. I'm an out-of-towner. They get a lot of celebrities there. And if it's the world's biggest dispensary, famous people probably go there and get weed from there, and they don't give a fuck what the price is if you're breaded up.
Big fella, guess what else?
What?
They had weed slushies in the mall.
Now that's dope.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Had a bunch of flavors because like you can get drinks and just like walk around with them in Vegas. You can get like weed slushies and shit. I had me a big old weed mango slushie. It had like 100 milligrams in it.
They feel like I could make you one right goddamn now.
Okay.
type. But I'm talking about for the convenience. It had a
For
bunch
the
of flavors.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty nice though. It was pretty nice. The fucking food scene was pretty nice too. A bunch of the casinos had like crazy restaurants, man.
Yeah,
It was,
like they got all kinds of like. I would love to go to Vegas. Vegas though, like I don't think I would like to live there because I feel like that'd just be the devil all the time. Like
I don't know.
'Cause-
Vegas is kind of nice.
Quincy's like, I took my paycheck and I paid my bills and I bought some hookers and some weed.
You don't have to necessarily do that. Like, you don't want to live on the strip.
But I'm saying, like, I don't know, like Las Vegas, like, I think it'd be cool to go visit. I definitely want to go watch a fight. Like, I want to be drunk out of my mind and
I don't want to be that.
and hired 6 sheets into the moon. Like,
I was
just
definitely getting my fucking.
like I want to
drink
be lit, just screaming, like watching a fight, and I want to see a good fight, like
Yeah.
somebody just get their fucking head kicked off, like
big fella.
Somebody
the fight
kicks their head
tickets
off into
are
the audience? Yeah, I'm
astronomically
saying-
high.
the what?
The fight tickets are
Yeah, in Vegas.
They gotta make that dough, big fella. That's how that goes, big fella.
Did you look at them? How much was the cheapest one?
$1,500.
Suck it. Suck one.
For the cheapest ticket, 15, and you was gonna be in the back of
Well,
the back.
Looks like we watching it somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm saying.
We gonna go to the nice restaurant or a bar.
Because
Man, the
for
casino-
$1,500,
hey.
it's not going to be worth being way in the fucking back.
A bunch of the casinos were having like fight parties and shit. Where
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah,
it was
like, you're gonna be
fucking
able to watch
cracking
it.
down there, man. It was
Suck
lit.
my fucking wiener,
Man.
dude.
I still just
Uh,
want to see one live.
Man, they
I want
had
to see one.
I want to
Big
go,
fella.
but I guarantee the ones not in Vegas are probably a lot cheaper.
Oh,
fella.
for sure.
big fella. As I was walking down the strip with Mel on the second day, big fella, we walked past. I mean, so much cool shit, but something that you would really like, big fella, because we're both fat kids. They got a fucking Hershey's fucking store, and when I say that bitch is massive,
I love Hershey.
Chocolate store?
yes. Oh my
Oh,
god, all the
Hershey's
Hershey's,
chocolate?
yes. Oh,
Do they have a chocolate fountain where you can dip your head underneath
I
it and
didn't
be like,
go
"Wah,
in there.
wah, wah,
I
wah."
did not go in there.
Why the
Why
fuck
didn't you go
not?
in there?
What the fuck
Because
wrong with you, boy?
I saw your snap when some guy was peddling some people and he was blasting.
yeah,
Young
because
Dolph.
we were at the fucking rehearsal dinner, which was on the fucking rooftop in Vegas.
That shit tastes good.
Thank you. This is the lemon berry with the water.
Why are you taking credit for that, nigga? You didn't fucking.
I did. I'm just letting you know this the fucking background. But we went down. Me and this nigga Theron.
He's like,
he
"Thank
he
you."
gonna come in the show. Shout out my nigga Theron. We was
You
out there
didn't grow it?
smoking out back, and we're fucking we're smoking out on the fucking back in the alley, and we just hear some fucking loud ass music coming out. And it's a fucking nigga on a bicycle with a taxi just slapping music. We're like, what the fuck?
That's dope.
Like you'll just see the most random shit. Like we're in Fremont.
That's what I'm saying. Vegas would be tight.
I mean, Vegas would be dope to go and definitely visit. Like, I'd like to go to a lot of the restaurants. Like, I definitely want to check out some Gordon Ramsay
The
shit.
showgirls
I mean, I was
that was
only-
walking around the
like-
strip wasn't really bad. The bitches was
I was
big.
only out
like,
there for like a day. Like, I
Yo.
went out with one of my. Go ahead.
when we go out there, for sure, one of the days, nigga, you have to come to. We're gonna go out in the fucking desert and ride the motherfucking 4-wheelers.
Yes,
you can do that.
that'd
shit.
be tight. That'd be
So
tight.
we have to do that.
Shit.
It's like
I was only out
150 a
there
person.
for a day, but I went out for like 24 hours or something. I went out there with one of my friends from school when I was going to school in Phoenix, and we went to his house there, and or his parents' house, and fucking just. I mean, we went out and just did shit out in the city and fucking kicked it. We didn't even go to the strip or whatever the fuck, and we took his truck and went out in the fucking desert and was just fucking cutting donuts and drifting and shit, hitting
Tight.
dunes or not dunes, but fucking, Vegas is tight. I mean, and the house that they had there was pretty fucking dope, and I could see living there.
Yeah, they got a bunch of cool restaurants and shit. I went to fucking In-N-Out Burger.
Oh yeah. You finally went there?
Yeah, I went to
In-N-Out's
In-N-Out Burger.
shit.
Not bad, big fella.
Yeah,
French
fucking.
fries
that
are pretty
later.
good.
I would definitely like to check out Vegas.
I mean, well, then how would you compare it to?
Denver.
No, In-N-Out Burger. How would you compare it to? I guess really any other burger.
Was the line dumb long?
No,
Compare,
the line wasn't
compare it to
dumb
Five
long.
Guys.
Compared to Five Guys,
It's not gonna be dumb
Yo,
long because they got
Five
In-N-Out.
Guys, like, to be honest with you, these days, man, Five Guys ain't even that tight. Like, their burgers aren't really that great. Like, it's good, but it's not.
I mean,
like,
it's better than
McDonald's.
or Burger King or
Most-
any other
most
place where you can get a
definitely, but
fast.
But like I
burger
always
or
say
whatever.
though, I guess the one up here is kind of trash because it all
That's
depends
possible.
on it depends on
who's working
cooking.
there. Yeah.
Like if you got somebody who knows what they're doing, cool. But like most of the time, I'm like, man, I want some grilled like jalapenos, and they just like and then send it down. I'm like, dude, leave it on there for a second.
Yeah.
Like grill my shit. I want to bite into it and it's raw, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say, I mean, quality wise, I wouldn't say it's as good as good as Five Guys. I would say it's more like kind of like Wendy's.
bro, because I see In-N-Out Burger like when I was in Colorado.
Like Wendy's, that is a fucking.
I was in Colorado
insult.
last year.
I
And-
mean, because Wendy's is like a quality burger, I would say, compared to like McDonald's or Burger King.
True.
Yeah, but In-N-Out is Five Guys is a higher quality burger than Wendy's.
Okay, so I would say it's
and
better.
In-N-Out
than Wendy's.
is
So it's just Five
It's
Guys.
still-
a
it's-
way higher quality burger.
Yeah,
than
I'm gonna
Wendy's.
say
when I was
it's
in
better than
I was
Wendy's.
in Colorado last year, and they had we went to a Chick-fil-A just to get something quick, and there was an In-N-Out Burger next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the only one in that vicinity of Colorado. Bro, the line was dumb long.
Yeah.
like it was like fucking 3 miles back. I
That's
was like,
stupid.
bro, is it that good? Like
No.
I mean, I wouldn't probably wait that long. No.
because they also
but it's
showed
good.
like here in the metro,
when it comes to a burger,
they open Whataburger. Have you been to
Whataburger.
Whataburger?
Yes, I've been there in Texas. It's
Is it trash bag?
fucking
Hefties. It's glad.
Burger King.
Burger King?
It's same quality as Burger King.
Hmm.
It's not
I
like
haven't-
it's some special.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Whataburger! This is a gourmet. No, it's Burger King.
Well, you know,
it's
maybe
another
you
Burger
can
King.
Get high and drive to the Whataburger because I haven't been yet.
I'd like to try it.
Me
I mean,
too.
I give everyone.
I mean, it's not like,
but
"Phew, this is gross, but it's nothing like.
just drive back by and toss my burger at the drive-through window.
You're not gonna bite into a Whataburger, bro, and be like, "Oh my God, this is like the greatest burger ever." You're gonna get it and open it up like it's a fucking fast food Burger King burger and be like, "Oh, I get it. It's Burger King. It's a
I tell
fucking
you-
fast food burger."
I tell you a good burger spot. You've been to Shake Shack?
I haven't. I want to go.
It's down. There's one on the
Plaza,
Plaza.
yeah.
It's pretty gas.
Yeah.
They had a spot out there in Vegas that was like Bob's Burgers, but it was called Bobby's Burger Palace, and it was themed like Bob's Burgers.
That's gay.
It looked kind of cool.
Do you guys like French fries?
I mean,
No,
they're-
I hate French fries. What are those?
I'm not-
Ugh. Yes, big fella.
Like,
I
do
love
you
French
like
fries.
like chili cheese fries, like
Yeah.
stuff on fries?
Well, of course.
So I was watching the old YouTubes, and we need to go to LA.
Goddamn.
And out in LA, there's a guy called Mr. Fry Guy
Mm-hmm.
or Mr. Fries Man, and he just
LA is a communist country though now.
his restaurant is French fries, and then he just adds a ton of shit. So you can get like bacon, fucking chicken, steak, like all kinds of shit on top of fries. Then he covers it in like cheese, chili, like a whole bunch of
I
shit.
mean, that sounds amazing.
Bro, it looked gas.
Damn.
It looked gas. I was watching that yesterday. I was like, I'm definitely, if I'm ever in LA, I'm trying that out.
Man.
But yeah, Vegas, I'd like to go try this stuff. I definitely want to try Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
I wanted to go to the UFC Apex, but apparently they don't allow tours, which is pretty fucking gay.
I mean,
Because you can
should've
take
at least
tours of the
went to
fucking Raiders
outside.
Stadium.
I mean,
Hey, and that bitch,
It's
That
the
makes sense.
fucking Raiders. Oh
It's dope.
my! It was
I
right
haven't seen
outside
it.
my window from the hotel, big fella. That motherfucker is laid out.
that's tight.
Fuck the Raiders, but damn,
It's
I hope
dope.
we whoop that ass in their stadium this year.
We whooped their ass in their stadium last year.
It's fucking amazing in there.
It's fucking jabroni.
Nope.
What up,
Five Guys
Cloud X?
better. Oh my God, this Cloud X is a crazy person.
I need you to log off
Five
and do
Guys-
10
yeah.
push-ups.
And take a lap.
I'm about to order me a order, and then I'm gonna change my tip on you.
Man, it was pretty nice though. I mean, they had a bunch of areas to, obviously to shop at. I mean, everywhere you could get a fucking drink at. Like,
Bro, that's what they want you to do is get lit. Once you
Hey,
start
I was getting
you
lit,
start
too.
spending money.
man, I went to a fucking like you know how I love like sneaker shopping with Complex. I went to fucking I didn't go to Undefeated, but I went to a place called Royal One, which was just like Undefeated.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they had some heat in there. Excuse
Yeah.
me, powered me.
That's what I'm saying. Like a city like that,
Has everything.
there's
They had
since so many people come there, they want to have more
It's
like
built on tourism.
right.
So they have all
so
the
they have
stores.
more dope shit. So
Yeah.
cooler shit. Nothing. I mean, Kansas City's getting better. We're growing or whatever. We're
Most
getting better
definitely.
shit, but nothing cool fucking really comes here.
Bro, and you know what's crazy?
But everything
Like,
fucking. If somebody's going on tour, no matter what the fuck it is, obviously Vegas is a destination. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Like, I'm not a huge fashion person, but it does suck because Kansas City, like, there ain't shit for stores to buy clothes, man. Like, not shit that I really like.
No.
Like,
I mean, if you want something that's not just like regular ass, like some Nike shit or some Under Armour shit or whatever
like
the fuck.
Day, I was at so the Under Armour outlet got some pretty cheap shit, right?
I mean, Under Armour. I mean, that shit's cool and all, but there's.
I was at where the fuck was that? Academy, like getting some
Academy
stuff.
Sports.
And bro, I seen some Under Armour pants, and I was like, man, these are dope. Like, they're like black with like a baby blue patch on it, and it just said Under Armour. They were dope. They were $70 and I was like,
fella.
bro, I don't like
yeah,
that
shit's is expensive,
much.
bro.
Go online.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, I want to go into a store and, like,
But I mean, even online and
Look
shit
at
like
some
that. I mean,
shit.
unless you find like the outlet, but you probably won't find those.
like, the
exact
outlets are
pants.
cool out in Legends, but outside of
Shit
that,
is expensive right now, bro.
but there ain't nowhere to fucking shop. Like, the mall is whack. Like, Foot Locker, Champs, all that shit is
this is
gay.
whack, yeah.
Like, I want some, like, cool, like, some better shit.
Yeah.
But
Every
there
now
ain't
and
shit
then I
around
go to
here.
like City Gear to go see what kind of sneakers they have, but
Right. But, like, Vegas, like, I'm sure I could find
Yeah,
1,000 places.
right.
to
man,
go
yeah,
shop.
because I was alluding to I didn't buy sneakers at that one spot, but I went to another place called Shoe Palace, and they had some fucking fire in there.
Did you buy shoes?
Fucking retail price, and yeah, I bought me some fucking low Air Force Ones with the gum bottoms, big fella. I'm not gonna lie. When I piece it together, Timothy's coming back.
Timothy.
Hey, yeah, that's who I was on for the wedding.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Your boy
Who's
was
that? Who that?
Hey, exactly.
How was the
that's what they
wedding?
would say when I was walking by. The wedding was fucking lit. The fucking
they spent
rehearse?
some bank.
big fella, open bar for the rehearsal dinner.
They spent some
Rooftop bar with fucking sliders, fried chicken sandwiches, burger sliders, deviled eggs with fucking black caviar and bacon on them, big fella.
Some rich people.
Oh yeah, big fella. Nigga had guwap. Nigga open bar with everything. I ain't talking about Wells, nigga. I'm talking about Hennessy, nigga. I was drinking Jameson and ginger ales, nigga. Like, nigga, they had.
Big fella starts drinking Remy Martin. I got to pull.
Like bruschetta on toast and shit.
As soon as big fella crack open that 1738, I gotta pull up, pick him up.
Hey, day of the wedding, they had a fucking party bus pick us up, ride us around for like 30 minutes. Took us to the fucking wedding chapel. We went to the wedding was actually pretty cool. This nigga, they had a Elvis impersonator do the wedding. This nigga was pretty funny.
Do what part of the wedding?
Like the
read the vows.
Yeah.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. Is that what he did?
Cresswell was like, I was so high, I don't even remember.
That's pretty good.
He not exactly like that, but you know he was.
What they have
it was all right.
So was the dinner just that stuff? Or?
No. So
if anybody wants to object,
yeah, so the
let's hear
dinner,
matrimony
for the wedding.
Let's go on and hear it from anybody in the audience.
That's why you can't smoke weed with this nigga.
No.
Every time he get high, he think he funny. Stuff like that. So the fucking rehearsal dinner was like inside like these shops, and it was like a prohibition bar, so it looked like a regular wall. Push that bitch open, it's like a fucking like bar, nice, like laid out, like kind of like upscale, like you know those like real fucking like snobby like bars.
Yeah.
So
yeah, sure.
And it had like a nice little area in the back, and open bar again. And the fucking dinner was fucking laid out, man. It had like,
so how drunk were you?
Bacon wrap dates. I was drunk. But
you could get like, a bitch wrapped in bacon. I could go on a date with a bitch with bacon wrapped around her.
You can't smoke
big
weed
fella.
with him.
The dates.
Whoa, where they get these bitches at? And how they get that much bacon? Were they completely wrapped?
I think Floyd Mayweather had some money involved in that. That's why it was so easy.
Completely wrapped, from head to toe.
Big fella,
Apple
the bacon wrap dates were
date
stuffed with blue cheese and chorizo.
You're putting blue cheese and chorizo in these ladies?
Big fella. Then he had a nice like roasted aioli on top. Big fella, this nigga had.
Look at this guy.
Hi.
My name's Crespo. I'm stupid.
My phone
is
connected to my watch. They had chicken satay skewers with like some kind of peanut sauce. They had motherfucking coconut curry shrimp. They had fucking flank steak with gravy.
Bro, they spent some cash.
Man,
how many flank steaks could you get?
Nigga, they had 2 fucking hotel pants full. It was so. I went up there twice. Nigga, I ate good, nigga. They had.
I could have had as much flank steak as I wanted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nigga,
And
they
you
had
telling me I
roasted-
wasn't invited to this motherfucker?
Well, I can't be.
I could have had as much
everybody.
flank steak as I
was the
wanted.
guest. I was the guest.
Crespo just
Big
walking
fella.
out with like a sheet tray with food on it. Like, where you going, man?
Big
Like,
fella.
this is nigga outside.
Roasted vegetables,
Yeah.
motherfucking.
Nigga, fuck the vegetables.
Another
Nigga,
one,
flank
roasted,
steak.
roasted
with gravy.
potatoes, big fella, like all kind of world potatoes, like the purple, the yellow, the
Purple potatoes.
Oh, shit. All right, let me get a purple one.
regular, the butter joints, like the little baby
Did
ones.
they have
roasted.
sweet?
Yeah, no, they have sweet potatoes.
What?
in the mix? It was like regular savory potatoes.
Were these white folks?
Yes.
God damn
No,
it.
one
no
of them is
goddamn
Asian.
sweet potato pie.
Big fella. Let me.
They could at least had baked sweet potatoes with the marshmallows and the brown sugar on them.
You niggas is just.
We gonna go up in there and embarrass the shit out because it's like real niggerish.
Just walk in. We're looking for Crespo.
What is Crush boy?
They're like, who?
Crush That's my cousin over there.
I mean, Brian.
What a sweet potato pie. Don't niggas ain't got that? What the fuck got it ready to do?
Security.
Fucking
They just carry Quincy
big
out.
ass thing of like chicken Caesar salad,
Yeah.
fucking dinner rolls, butter, and then they had
What is it? I don't eat that. Y'all better take this somewhere else. Why y'all
cake was,
serving that?
red velvet cake.
Yeah.
I don't even like red velvet cake. That motherfucker was fire. Cream cheese icing was on point.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the whole experience was just, you know, nice. I was grateful to be there for sure.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Shout out to Bride and Groom,
What-
Holly and Chris.
Was it a big wedding? I take it.
It was a group of about, I'd say, 50 people.
Was it a holy matrimony?
Man, hey, let me tell y'all the funniest part of
50
this whole
people.
shit.
50 people's not a lot.
Yeah.
Some
I
people
mean,
be
that's a
having-
decent size.
Some people be having like 400 people.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
wasn't like that. It was
That's
about
crazy.
50 people.
Yeah, about 50.
But,
you know.
nigga, one of the relatives there, his name was Uncle Dan.
Yeah.
Or named Dan. Everybody's calling him Uncle Dan.
He was your
and shit.
uncle?
Yeah. Anyway, this nigga is a doctor. But
Hey,
you
it's
know what I'm
me,
saying?
Uncle
He got-
Dan. I'm a doctor.
Yeah,
Let me
you know what
look
I'm
at your anus.
This nigga
Was
like,
he a
basically-
butthole doctor?
No, he wasn't like that.
What kind of
This nigga,
doctor was
like,
he?
Gave away all. He like sold all his house
Yeah.
and like he's giving it up to go like live in like one of them like, you know, like I don't want to say like a hippie camp, but he just like gonna be living off the land
In a-
type shit.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna be living off the land, but
me
he's
tell
going.
you-
Is he joining a commune?
no, this nigga's like a fucking like stoner, like for sure.
Like he wants to live in a van in the woods.
yes,
Okay.
like some shit like that. He wants to
Okay.
live off the land type shit, like just
Okay.
you know off the grid.
That's cool.
So this nigga was definitely on like Somali or some. He had to be on Somali at the fucking. Nah, that
Me
nigga
suck
was
your
dance
dick, man. I love
fever.
you.
Big fella, picture a old white man. I would say, like mid-50s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, motherfucking. What's that song? Pushing P, Gunna came on. This nigga on the dance floor, just getting it.
Maybe he was drunk.
Oh yeah, he was drunk, but nah, he was going before we even got there. I'm telling you, the nigga was on the party bus going like it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, shout out Uncle Dan, man. That nigga was definitely the life of the party.
That's
Uncle
funny.
Dan
Fucking-
getting lit.
Getting lit. Getting lit. This nigga took his shoes off at one point in reception because he was just fucking going.
Because he was
down.
that lit.
He was
That
like,
lit.
Man, I
So
ain't-
lit. He's like, I don't even need these shoes.
And then I lost it. I could have won $200 if Jorge
You lost
Masvidal.
60. Big Phil, you should have called me before you made that bet.
Yeah, I would have probably
I'd have
told
told
you
you,
not
like,
to do that.
you
Not
know,
to put $60 on there. You called me, but I didn't tell you to put money on Jorge
Big Phil, I'll
Masvidal.
tell you what. Here you go. The next time you want to make a bet, just, you know, go to another. I think Illinois. We can go to Illinois, place a bet real quick. Whenever fucking
can't.
Amanda Nunez fights Juliana.
We
you
can't
wanna go to
bet on
Chicago?
fights in Missouri.
Huh? No, it's illegal. Betting's illegal in Missouri. So
Also,
a
we'll
lot
go
of
to
people,
Chicago?
A lot of people bet like.
But you
using
can, if you're
outside
on the
address.
river in a casino, you can gamble.
Yeah.
But I don't think they got sports betting in.
But sports betting is different than gambling.
Yes, you can't sports bet in Missouri.
But
You can
why?
gamble, but I mean, because somebody is a dick face and made it a law.
So
Just like we had a previous governor who was like, you can't have a strip club within 1,000 yards of a school or any of those places. That's why they got rid of all the fucking strip clubs. And they're like, you can't be naked. Like, why are you such a fuckface?
Yeah,
It's a terrible law. I mean,
Yeah, it was
it's not like
awful.
I'm an avid strip club goer, but I still think that's stupid.
I agree.
Shout out to all the strip clubs in Missouri that break the rules.
Are there
I
any?
used to
don't
go
know.
I remember
to a couple
when
of them. That
I'm.
the one that I wanted to take you guys to when we graduated from fucking college that night.
I remember when me and you went with AWOL to Chrome. You remember that?
Oh God. Trash. That went off the fucking highway.
Yeah,
oh,
over by the
God.
Chiefs Stadium. That was like we were.
Boring.
That was like it was probably like a couple of months into school. Like I had just met Crespo, and then we were kicking it with AWOL. Yeah, and we went to Chrome, and I was like,
Donde?
"The hell is going on here?" And AWOL's over there just fucking kicking it. Me and Big Fella are just drinking. Like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hey, I remember that one time we got lit up. We went to that fucking trailer, that trailer strip club.
Yeah.
Outhouse.
Man, fucking
Big Fella
Quincy
threw his
got
headphones
fucking
in. And
tipsy.
was like,
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I threw my
Outhouse
headphones.
tight.
I was like, now I'm ready.
yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah,
We got pretty lit that night.
We might have to see what these here strip clubs are like in Vegas.
They have like strip club districts, so like where they're all of them. Yo, peep this out. There's a strip club called the Library.
Okay, I'm about to try to find me a librarian.
So do they dress like schoolgirls?
I don't
Like
know.
librarians?
Or
Like
librarians.
librarians?
Hey, because you know that's one of my fantasies. I don't really fuck with schoolgirls, but I love the librarian with the glasses and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love.
I ain't never seen a hot librarian.
I've seen a lot of hot bitches act like librarians
Thank
though,
you.
and it's really hot.
But I'm just saying.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank
and
you.
How many libraries you go to though? Come
I've
on
been to
now.
a bunch.
you know how
When was the last time you went to library? And high school does not count.
All right. Well,
all
All
I'm
right,
saying is
because that was the last time I went to one.
if I see
Yeah,
a bad
that's
bitch with glasses on and she got a book in her hand, I'm like, oh my god, dog.
she just whispers.
We gonna play librarian.
She just whispers to Crespo, "My quarter score is 850."
I'm like,
Tell me about the
we gonna
Dewey
play
Decimal.
librarian, and I got some late book fees that we need to take care of, but you don't accept monetary payments, so I gotta put some dick down. Monthly.
Sir, it's a monthly dick
I'll
payment.
put some dick on down payment. Excuse me.
Well, one thing I wanted to, I mean, we don't have to necessarily dwell on it too long. One thing I wanted to talk about that kind of the title of this episode here, like a concept that I heard today that is kind of interesting. Now, I think we're dealing with a lot more nowadays, switching, I guess, somewhat more serious shit. But the concept of cultural landmines, like,
A cultural landmine. What is that?
like the concept of there are things, I mean, in the way I understand it and the way I think it applies today is like, there are just certain things culturally that are like landmines that you can't really, if you step on that, you go near that subject,
You're canceled.
you're
Okay,
blown
so
up.
shit you can't say.
It's an explosion, or things you
Okay.
can't say, or just topics, or certain realms of discussion.
Got it.
And there seems to be a lot more of those nowadays. But I do feel like there are ways of stepping around them or working with them in a certain way to like fucking disarm the landmine and it doesn't blow up. Or maybe you develop some sort of armor.
Like tiptoe around it.
Well, I guess there's many different ways of navigating the landscape filled with cultural landmines.
It's like tiptoe around it. Like
Some people they maybe they tiptoe around it. They try to be careful and they go there a little bit and they go near it, but they kind of tiptoe around it. They don't fuck with it. Some people,
like the baby, some
some people step right on them and they get blown up. And it fucks them up. Maybe they lose a leg or like a sponsorship, or something or whatever.
Your foot blows off.
But some people, and I don't think it's very hard and maybe who am I to say? Because I'm a fucking nobody. But I don't think it's very hard you could just develop armor and be able to fucking just walk through these motherfuckers and step on them all day.
Dave Chappelle?
Yes. I mean, but even Dave Chappelle has the armor because he will go there and he doesn't necessarily give a fuck and he'll say like, fuck you, which is awesome, which is great. But at the same time, he does. I don't think Dave Chappelle doesn't just step on the landmine. He tries to work with the landmine and disarm it and show and like point at it to everybody and be like, hey, like this is a landmine, but it's really, it's harmless. Let's just fucking work together and we can talk about it. We can laugh about it and diffuse it. But there'll be a bunch of people like, no, don't fucking diffuse it, you piece of shit. Like they'll want to hate him.
We want to have something to be
blow it up. And then they want him to explode, and lose whatever the fuck he has, lose his livelihood. Ultimately, is what some people would want. They want him to die. Like they want him to not be able to make money, not be able to feed his family, and he'll starve to death because he can't get a job anywhere.
That's not nice.
That's ultimately what a lot of these people who are trying to cancel, they want you to lose your job. So do they want you to never be able to get a job ever again?
Should they not let you box?
Right. So should you just be at
a fucking soup kitchen?
Just die of starvation?
I guess so. That's justice.
Right.
Justice.
But I mean, I don't know. I think it's just kind of an interesting concept I was thinking about.
I feel
or whatever today. And it seems like there's a lot more today.
Culture is just like a green light for people to like start bullying that person.
Well, I mean, there's always been,
because that's bullying essentially.
Yes, it's a way for it's like reverse bullying almost. It's you're a bully, I'm a victim, you're a fucking bully. Everybody get them. You can't be a bully no more. Everybody gang up on this bully.
Don't buy his sneakers anymore.
Well, wait a minute. You're bullying me. Like I didn't even do anything. Like that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least nowadays. But there seems to be more of that today than ever before.
Yeah.
And we need to figure out a way to diffuse these. Not just navigate. We need to fucking get rid of the mines. We need to fucking play some Minesweeper in this bitch.
That game was hard.
I don't remember what the fuck it was, but I seen some side note here. Some image or whatever the fuck of some dude who was like the world's like longest Minesweeper game or some shit. Like then it was some ridiculous like large window of like shit, and he just playing Minesweeper for like a day or days or something like
really
fuck that.
Why?
It's all about luck.
That's the game I used to play on my grandma's computer.
Yeah, I played that shit on my grandma's computer.
Solitaire, Minesweeper, and
Pinball.
Pinball
FX, baby.
Hey,
pinball.
And then I go to my cousin's house or my cousin's like dad's like law office, and he had a computer in the back. That bitch had Doom on it, and it had
this
fucking.
This is a rich nigga.
I wasn't rich. I said my cousin, nigga.
He said my cousin
was. You had rich family members and shit, nigga.
Hey, don't be mad because
nigga. The best thing I had was my grandma's computer. I got to go over to my daddy's fucking girlfriend's house, whichever one at the time, but one of them, and she had like 20 kids or something, and they lived over off Prospect.
Oh shit!
And they had a fucking. I think it was a Sega Saturn or
oh shit.
Yeah, it was a Sega Saturn, and we had a demo disc that had a bunch of fucking different, or maybe it wasn't a demo, maybe it was just like a disc with a bunch of different games on it, but the motherfucker had Joust. You ever play that game, Joust?
No, what's that?
It's whack as fuck. But it's like, I don't even know how to fucking explain it. It's kind of like,
is that when the knights charge each other with the fucking stick?
I mean, that's what you would think, but no, it's, let me see if I can fucking pull it up.
Pull up this whack.
No, it's like a 2D game, and there's like, you know, platforms and shit, and you gotta like try to hit each other, and you can shoot in different directions and shit. I don't know, it's fucking gay. But there was there was fucking Virtua Fighter though. Fucked up niggas in Virtua Fighter.
Okay,
that shit was my shit.
Yeah, Sega Saturn, when that was out, that was definitely popping. I remember that. But nigga, my favorite, well, I'd say between Sega Genesis or Sega fucking Dreamcast, cause nigga, my Dreamcast, nigga, Jet Grind Radio, my nigga NBA 2K when it first came out, my nigga.
Shit.
Nigga, NFL 2K, my nigga.
Yeah.
I had the Sonic game. Nigga, I had Tony Hawk. Nigga, I had so many games on that Dreamcast. Then that PlayStation 2 came out.
Yeah, I had a PlayStation. I had a Sega Genesis.
This is what that shit looked like.
Oh my god.
It was this.
Black man.
A nigga on a camel?
I don't know what the fuck you were on, I guess, or like an ostrich, I guess.
You had to jump up and make it to
You had to like jump up and like fight each other.
Click the image of the game to the one to the right. What is that nigga sitting on?
He's sitting on an ostrich.
Oh, is he?
Like a space ostrich or some shit.
Oh my goodness. Joust.
And they're knights. Yeah, I guess jousting on like a fucking space ostrich or some shit. But I mean, you know, fucking games were lame as fuck back in the day. You know, it was simple. Simple times.
Welcome to 1995.
I remember my Sega Genesis. I love that game.
Man,
I had
Sonic
Mortal
was that
Kombat 2,
shit.
my nigga. Exactly. Sonic. Nigga I had that Mike Tyson knockout game.
Yeah.
Bro, I rented Mike Tyson's Punch Out
Motherfucking
for
Vector,
Super Nintendo.
man.
Yeah.
And obviously
You never beat it.
never beat that game.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I ever got past like the first or second level or whatever the fuck. Like that game was fucking hard.
Yeah, it was.
At least for my little dumb kid brain at the time.
Yeah, it was definitely hard.
I'd probably fuck it up now, but
I remember that Sonic game. It took me forever. It took me at least like a year to finally beat that
bro,
game.
I don't know if the only games I ever beat like as a kid probably were like Street Fighter,
Mortal Kombat for
you
sure.
know, Mortal Kombat and shit, you know, but like Sonic, or I guess I beat Mario and shit like that.
Super
Like
Mario,
Super Mario
the one on
World.
Super Nintendo?
Yes, me and my cousins
Oh,
fucked that game up, bro.
I love that game.
Super Mario World, because you could do two player
Super-
Where you can fucking
on Super Nintendo.
fucking get the cape and shit.
Yeah.
And hop on Yoshi.
I played
and
that game a lot.
Yeah,
Gone, nigga.
game-
that was the game.
That game
like,
was
be
fun.
gone,
Like,
two player.
But I mean, as a kid, like after playing those games, like I kind of got tired of them. Like just like the Mario realm, because then as a kid, you know, I hit the 5th grade. I was like, bet.
Well, I mean, you outgrow the
But
shit. Yeah,
but
Yeah.
the Nintendo 64 came out.
Duh.
But I mean, Mario on 64 was dope.
But I mean, it was cool.
That was the
like,
game.
Like,
Hell
like,
yeah. Super
Super
Mario 64 for sure.
Obviously,
Man, I
Zelda was
forgot.
better.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was better.
What was that damn fucking fight? That
Each game just had its own like lane.
What
Like,
was that
for
boxing
sure.
game on Super Nintendo?
Knockout Kings.
On Super Nintendo?
Yeah, where you were like the little dude and you always fought
Super
everybody.
Punch-Out.
Super Punch.
Yeah, Mike Tyson Super Punch Out.
Oh yeah.
No. Mike Tyson wasn't in this one.
It might have just been Super Punch Out then.
Might have just been Super,
But there was Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and then I guess Super Punch Out probably on Super
Punch-Out
Nintendo.
was cool. That shit was hard, but I mean,
all those are fucking hard.
like all those games was cool, but I don't know, just the, you know, I don't know. Once like the new shit came out, like I stopped playing.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
graduates. I mean, obviously, when I had my Dreamcast and I got my fucking PlayStation 2, I was like, all right, well, I'm playing PlayStation 2.
That was time for
And then
SOCOM and
Like,
fucking
I
fucking
remember-
Xbox.
I
And I was like,
remember
oh,
playing-
now I'm playing my Xbox.
I remember playing fucking like
I was playing
all
them
the,
both at the same time, like PS2 and Xbox.
all
Though.
all the wrestling games and shit. I was like, this.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, those were the best wrestling
That
games.
was my
until
shit. Those were my
64.
favorite games at the time on 64.
Man.
You know, then my life changed.
The WrestleMania joint that was like the all black cartridge with the green.
Yep.
Oh
and
man,
then at the end of 6th grade, my life changed because Grand Theft Auto 3 came out.
on PlayStation 2.
That was the raps. Because that game, if you were in the 8th grade at the time I was, or
Was that the
7th
8th grade?
It was
No,
seventh. It was 7th grade.
It was
when it
7th
came
grade
out.
going. Well, maybe it was 6th. The end of 6th grade, into 7th grade, into 8th grade.
I remember I got it in 7th grade.
Wait.
I know I didn't get it as soon as it came out, but I got it in
I remember
7th
my
grade.
friend-
And
Dude, we played that.
I mean,
game.
it would be like,
A day
you
straight.
got GTA, like, I'm gonna come over to your house. We're gonna play
That was
GTA
it.
and shit.
You
like,
just play GTA all night,
all day.
all day, all night.
That game was crazy.
What did
Like,
we
I
do
don't
in
know if
missions
it
half
was-
the time? Just run around because it was it was like the first true open world game where your
Like-
shit actually looked cool.
Like I remember
fucking cheat codes.
Like you would go and like paint the Banshee, and then I would just drive really slow because I was like, I don't want nobody to hit me.
Yeah. You
Every
like,
other
you
car,
try
I'm
it,
just like blasting through the street. But if you get one of
because it was
those-
hard to fucking get the bench. Because if it blew up,
Yeah.
then you had to fucking go all the way on the one spot to get it.
because it was in that busted up car dealer.
Yeah,
that was the only spot.
Yeah.
That game was tight. But
I used to love putting in the
Rockstar
character
done
I always
let us
hated.
down.
I always hated them niggas when you drove through the mafia spot. They had the shotguns because like they would just hit your car one time and blow your shit up.
The niggas
bitch
ride
ass
around in the
niggas.
Who would've
BMWs called the Sentinels.
Yeah,
Who would have thought they're only from that time period, from that game, there are only 2 GTAs technically
what do you mean?
ahead
Yeah,
from
Grand Theft
GTA
Auto
3,
Grand
4,
Theft Auto 4,
and then 5.
They made Vice City and
I know,
San
But that's
Andreas.
not part of the
I'm
series,
saying
though.
like
Oh,
number wise, technically they're
Yeah,
only because I guess really Vice City and San Andreas they were all
because nigga, Vice City changed my shit.
Man.
right. I mean, San
I was like,
Andreas
you
was
can
the shit
drive
too.
motorcycles.
But those games were all, I'm pretty sure, probably built kind of on the same engine and like within relatively close time periods of each other.
GTA San
It's like
Andreas on Xbox, nigga. That was my shit.
it was before DLC really, and those Vice City and San Andreas almost could have been like updates for GTA 3.
For sure,
the graphics
yeah.
did get better for
Yeah.
sure, but
Like I remember you could pimp out lowriders and fucking do.
I'm
all
just saying
kinds of shit,
it's almost
nigga.
kind of sad.
It is.
Rockstar has let us down.
They have.
Where they've
Something great.
yeah.
And then what's
GTA
really-
3 was
and then,
revolutionary,
You know what's a
and
fucking,
4 was like, okay, this is
4 was trash. They tried to
Oh,
make
okay.
it.
Nah, 4 was not trash.
4 was trash.
it was-
with Nico?
Yes, it was trash.
it's the
Bro.
worst one out of
Bro.
it's not as good as Vice City. It's not as good as San Andreas. As far as like when the game was new and came out and like playing the game as a new fresh game.
But it was the first one that was on Xbox 360 though. Like,
Yeah, the graphics were better on it.
graphics
It was
were
great.
dope.
Yeah,
But that was
but
the
it
only
was
thing.
trash.
In
the
compare,
story was good.
it was
It was
Nico Bellic is one of like the least memorable GTA protagonists.
and I didn't like how
I
they,
like Nico.
they-
Everybody likes Tommy Vercetti way better. The fucking no-name, non-speaking dude from GTA 3 is more memorable and like more charismatic than fucking Nico Bellic.
No, Nico Bellic was trash. Like
Okay,
I just didn't like
I mean,
4.
he's-
I didn't,
I'm like,
I didn't like 4 just because I felt like it was New York. Like they made the city. It was huge, but they gave you nothing to do.
But a bunch of dumb shit.
Like going to
Like,
the car
go out on a
wash.
date.
Go on a
take
date.
Nico or take your cousin. Oh, bro, cousin Nico, come drink with me. I'm so drunk. Oh shit, I fall on the street. Whatever the fuck. And then you got a drunk drive around and people are calling you on your phone. And like, I don't give a fuck. Why the fuck you want me to take you on a date? Fuck you. I'm playing a game, bitch.
Like it was cool. Like I liked the New York setting, but they just didn't give you enough to make it like super dope. Now, when I got Grand Theft Auto 4 on PC, they added mods.
Well, they didn't add mods,
But you know,
the mod
and that's what
community
made
added
it super dope because you could add all kinds of crazy shit.
mods. Yeah.
But 5 was dope.
5 was
Like-
cool. Like the story was definitely good.
Like
5 had a good
was
story.
dope. There was a bunch of times where I was like, "Oh shit!" Like
Yeah.
But they have,
beat that horse to death.
yeah, they did something good, like really good, and then they beat it into the fucking ground, into the point where I hate it now. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't.
And you know
like
what's
it.
fucked up is like Rockstar, just to slap in the face, they made 2 other games just like it.
Yeah.
But from the 1860s.
Yeah, and then Redneck Redemption 2 was good.
The story was good.
The story was good.
The story
Online was
good.
trash.
But once you beat it, you're like,
You're done with it.
Yeah,
There's
but,
nothing
There's nothing to do.
to do with.
Do I want to
it's-
start over and try it again? I guess.
Yeah,
Eat a
And
bad guy this
so-
time.
Yeah.
And I would have much rather like the way that they did it, like how it's like a prequel almost. Like that's cool and all,
Yeah.
but they could have like Red Dead Redemption was like done.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know?
Hey,
The story was complete. If you're going to do anything, maybe you could do Red Dead Redemption 2 and have it be your John's son now because you were him at the end of the game and you continue on as his son. Instead of you go back into the past and see how all this happened. And when you could have fucking been making Grand Theft Auto 6, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
All I know is on Red Dead Redemption, the second one, I was using that cheat where you could go to that one spot and get that gold. Your boy was racked up, shorty.
Dude, everybody did that, and then they kind of like...
but then they
fixed
fixed that or whatever, you know.
But yeah, nigga, I was yapered up, though.
It's hard
But they got too... I mean, I don't know. They're too greedy with the monetary shit, especially if it's a game you've paid money for. You paid $60 for the game to even play online. And then now you want to fucking... Not micro transactions. You want fucking macro transactions from me. Yeah. In order to like be able to be any type of competitive online. Right. Like nigga, like some of the like shark cards like $100. Right? What the fuck?
How much do you think whoever's bought the most DLC for Grand Theft Auto, like the most shark cards? You're like,
what is the person who
like,
spent the most money?
Like how much money?
Let's make a guess and let's see if we can find the answer. It's in the millions of dollars, for sure.
You think so?
Yes.
You think someone spent $1 million?
Yep.
On Grand Theft Auto?
Probably. I think so. Yeah.
I think
I
bought them like
high $1 million
they were on sale. Every once in a while they were on sale, I
was guessing like maybe like 20 grand.
At the very least, hundreds of thousands.
Because realistically,
these games and these mechanics, they're designed to addict you. And you and I,
this new car just came out.
You and I we have to be concerned about what we buy because we're fucking poor.
Right.
And we can't just like spending $30 on a shark card on Grand Theft Auto is like, man, that hurts. Like I can't just, what? I can't spend $30 on a fucking GTA shark card. What the fuck?
Right.
But if $30 is nothing or $100 is nothing and you're just
blowing it
and over time, and if every week you're buying all the shark cards you can or whatever the fuck,
like
then, and if you're a rich actor, like rich people, actors play fucking GTA 5.
Even
probably.
Grand Theft Auto said like you could spend $800 actual and buy everything in the game. So
how much? 800. Okay, well then maybe not millions. But somebody has spent.
I'd say $800,000. I mean, there was that one guy. I read a story. He spent 10 grand on FIFA.
Yeah.
Like in a 3-month span, he spent 10 grand.
Shit, fuck that.
Playing Ultimate Team. How, Sway?
Nah, I'm cool on that.
Nah, man, I stopped playing Ultimate Team. I don't even really play Madden. I play Hitman. I hit people with fire extinguishers.
I'm not gonna lie, when NFL 2K comes out next year.
Speaking of the NFL, that'll be dope. How do you feel about people like, say you're in the NFL,
okay,
say you're injured though, or you're not playing,
okay, real quick though, before we switch topics real quick, this is a hard number and it's not out there because GTA doesn't want people, they don't want you to know how much money you have spent, because if you knew you would stop. But this is just a quick survey from a GTA forum. So, you know, it's not a whole lot of people. It's maybe like 50 people in the survey. But total amount minus shark cards spent on GTA 5 online. 56% of people are $0 to $100. Okay, so I mean that's whatever, reasonable. 30% of people are $100 to $400.
Yeah.
That's 20 people. And 10% are $400 to $900. There's nobody at $900 to $1,400. And I guess it's only one person, but it's 1.5% is at $1,400 and up. Spent on GTA Online minus, not counting shark cards.
How the hell do you spend $1,400?
I mean, well, I want to buy a tank. Let me get that tank. That's $40, $50, whatever. Okay, whatever. Oh, let me get that new bike.
You have to buy a shark card to get money for in the game.
I don't know then. I mean, I don't know what else you can buy on
I know
GTA.
I bought that game 3 fucking times.
Yeah, me too. Or I've only bought it twice.
I bought it on 360, bought it on Xbox One, bought it on PC.
Yeah, I only bought it twice. I didn't buy it on PC.
But moving on to the topic of what I like, the NFL.
Okay.
How do you feel about players like who aren't playing betting on games?
I saw that goofy ass shit.
But no, I mean, how do you feel about it though?
What do you mean? Like if somebody is not
like, do you feel like say you play for the Falcons, because we'll bring up Calvin Ridley for example. Say you play for the Falcons.
We are talking about Calvin Ridley with his dumb ass.
And so earlier in the year, he was like, "I got mental health. I can't play.
I'm retired. I can't play."
Wasn't even injured. I can't play.
They said during mid-November he bet on like 8 games, and it was like a total of like $1,500. He bet on games.
Oh, okay. So did he claim mental health and like sat out some games?
No, he sat out the whole he sat out after week like 6.
He sat out. Yeah, he sat out like the majority of the season.
So like week 7, he was like, "I have mental illness. I'm gonna not play the rest of the season."
Okay,
and
so he missed 10 games.
So they were like, "Okay, cool," but he bet $1,500 on like, I think it was like 5 games, maybe like overtime, like throughout the season.
Was it on his team?
He did bet on the Falcons.
Like, did he bet against his team or for his team, or do we know?
He bet for his team.
Okay.
But I mean, how do you feel? Like, do you think players should be able to do that? Because I mean,
yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, I think if it gets to a point where like the person who bet is playing, because you can kind of determine the outcome of the game. But if you're not playing, I don't think you can really determine the outcome of the game.
I mean, I think it depends. If you're playing the game, say Patrick Mahomes puts $1 million on the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we want, the Chiefs to win.
Right, but
the Chiefs want him to win.
Right, but
and I mean, if he wants to get an extra $1 million for betting on himself to win,
like if he's playing,
yeah.
But what if he bets on the Chiefs to lose?
Then that's a bit of a conflict of interest. Like,
but
then why would?
That's what I'm asking. Because like if Patrick,
that's what I'm saying. Though,
if they found out, they're like, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes bet $2 million on himself to lose the Super Bowl." And
yeah, and then they lost the Super Bowl. Then you'd be like, "Well, hey, wait a minute. That's a bit of a conflict of interest there,
right?"
But
I mean, because it almost be like politicians and like CEOs and people like that of power who like buy stocks and
that's different.
Yeah, but they kind of know. Like we don't.
That's
know.
worse.
Me and you.
What they do is worse. As long as you're betting on yourself to win, I see zero issue with it, even if you're playing, because there's no conflict there. Because yeah, you're betting on yourself to win. You're confident enough that you're going to win.
Yeah.
And so obviously you're going to try your hardest to win because you bet money on yourself to win.
Right.
You're not going to like fake an injury and throw the game and be like, "Oh, no, we lose," and then go and collect a check because you bet on yourself to lose.
Yeah.
That would be fucked up.
But my thing though
that was
is
an
like,
issue too in the past.
So if someone is caught doing that, say they bet on themselves to lose,
then
what do you think the punishment should be?
Suspension or potentially kicked off the team.
So like for instance, Deshaun Watson has had 22 people accuse him of touching them, and he hasn't been suspended or hasn't been any of that. Which
that's accusations.
But I get it though, but wouldn't you say though, like, if Crespo worked for you at your business and Crespo is accused of a bunch of stuff and then people stop coming, would you get rid of Crespo?
No, because Crespo is my boy, and nobody's brought me any proof that he's done these things. So I'm not going to get rid of him.
All right, cool.
Off of people saying shit.
Perfect. So
I get back to
Crespo still gets to work at Quincy's.
Washing these dishes.
Cupcake shop.
Right.
So the NFL, like, how many times have you seen people like DUI wrecks, rob people, shoot people. The
I don't know
NFL,
how many people shot people.
but you know what I mean. Like the NFL suspends you for like a couple of games. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They gave Calvin Ridley all of this season coming up. He can't reinstate to play until 2023
Perfect.
Why?
because he bet on games. They said that it was. They said it was.
He wasn't playing though.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't playing in these games. He just bet on games. So
what are they citing as like
they said
the
it breaks-
violation?
They said it betting on games. It breaks the integrity of the league, and it, all of these things, and they're just saying that it's a bad look for the NFL. But I'm like, bro, if this dude is over here doing all kinds of stuff, this guy's got accusations. Like, shouldn't everyone be kind of treated the same? But
Yeah, that's trash. I mean, I think those other people's shit has nothing to do with him.
most definitely no.
So,
but why is an entire year suspension warranted
It's not. It's
over
trash.
$1,500 and he's not even playing?
Yeah, and it's a $1,500 bet.
Yeah, that's a
Because
It's not like it's even anything substantial
can commentators bet on games?
on fights.
No, like can Joe Rogan bet on the fight?
Yeah,
Okay.
he can, but he stopped because he said he kind of felt like at a certain point it was like almost a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be commentating and be like rooting for the guy that he bet on to win
right.
or whatever. So he would just if it like back in the day he would tell people or like his friend to bet on Anderson Silva. Like when Anderson Silva was new,
Yeah.
he was the fucking underdog. He was just some Brazilian,
Yeah.
and like nobody knew who he was. But Joe Rogan had like watched his other shit, and he's like, dude, bet the fucking house on the Brazilian. Like.
Yeah.
They're stupid.
But I just think it's crazy because, like, for instance, like the Patriots, like, were caught with like all the scandals that they were caught with, and like Spygate, Deflategate. Deflating footballs, I think, is dumb, but this like recording other teams' practices and doing things like that. But
espionage.
But at the worst,
What's wrong
they
with
got a
espionage?
fine. And they got a fucking, 4-game suspension. Tom got 4 games after everyone bitched about it. Like, he wasn't going to get any. But why is Calvin Ridley suspended the entire season?
Because Tom Brady makes a lot of money for the NFL and Calvin Ridley does not.
Because sports gambling is
Because
huge
it is
for the
political.
NFL.
Because
Sports
NFL
bettors pay the NFL millions and fucking all those gambling.
I mean, not even necessarily
entourages.
that. I mean,
But I think it's dumb.
it is dumb.
The
They
entire
should be
year.
allowed to bet on games but the only stipulation should be if you're betting on your team or like on a game that has your team involved, it has to be on your team to win unless you're not playing.
Yeah.
Because if you're out on injury or whatever and you're not playing for the rest of the season because you got a torn ACL and you're sitting at home placing bets and you're like, man, I know my guys, they can't fucking
They're playing the Jets this week.
and they can't get them, but for whatever reason the Jets are the favorite or are the underdog. I'm gonna bet some money on this because that's easy money. Because I know, I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of inside, like baseball or inside football type shit. Because you know the people on the teams, but so what?
Yeah.
If you're not, you have no influence on it.
Yeah,
So
just-
if the bookie or whatever will take your money, then who cares?
Yeah.
They should be allowed to fucking do it.
He got the whole season. This season coming up.
I mean, the NFL is gay,
like,
honestly.
I was like, they're like, oh, it does this and breaks the integrity and all this other shit. And I'm like, but y'all motherfuckers be doing a lot of other shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everything is fucking political, bro. It's all politics. I mean, not even necessarily like Democrat, Republican political, but like the politics of the NFL.
Big
you
fella,
know,
did
like,
you see who the Washington Commanders have been calling about?
Who was it? Russell Wilson?
Deshaun Watson.
what about him?
His team's been calling the Texans about him.
Oh, trying to get him?
I honestly think at this point, if 22 people accuse you of something and ain't nothing happened,
Nothing happened.
you be all right. You be back on the football field this year.
I mean, it used to be like, man, if 22 people
Said you did
said
something.
you did something, you did that shit. 100%. But nowadays, that is not the case. Now it's like 1,000 people said he did it. I don't think he did that shit. That many people said he did it. That's crazy. There's no way he did that shit.
Then they come back.
Well, the thing about it was it didn't come to light until the nigga requested a trade, right?
Well, yeah, it
that's what I'm saying. Politics,
and then he was like, "I want to get
Game
traded."
of Thrones.
And I feel like the ex-general manager and other people didn't want him to leave because he was like their saving grace. The Texans didn't have shit before and ain't gonna have shit after.
No,
like he was their saving grace who made them almost
hot for a minute.
But Bill O'Brien destroyed that entire team because he traded
Watson
everybody and like once he traded DeAndre Hopkins, like I think you should go for a mental valuation.
I was just like, what?
You need a mental valuation, right?
I remember he did that, so I was like, nigga, what is he doing?
Like in UFC terms, Quincy, that'd be like you train with like, let's see, who's a good fighter?
He traded the fucking style bender, and then in return he got fucking
Mickey Gall.
Okay, Mickey Gall's cool and all, but that is an awful trade.
Like if I came to you and we were coaches and we trained the Stylebender and I'm like, hey, look, so we're not gonna do him anymore. We're gonna do Mickey Gall.
I'm like, wait, what?
And you don't really have a say.
What?
In this.
But coach.
And then I tell you, shut the fuck up.
Okay, sir.
It's like having Michael Jordan and it traded it for him.
Right now, me.
Oh man, yeah, that's
not even like 18 me.
That's awful.
Just right now, me. Like street clothes and everything. I just show up with a bag. What's up, y'all?
Timberland boots.
What we doing?
Well, I got my boots.
With a Reggie wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck the NFL as an organization.
DeAndre
Football, I like,
Hopkins,
but the NFL is gay.
DeAndre Hopkins is like smoking a blunt on the beach, and he traded it to be smoking cigarettes inside of an old Lincoln.
Yeah.
It was
Awful.
bad.
Awful trade.
Awful. But yeah, the NFL was like, dude, an entire season, he wasn't even playing.
I hope Russell Wilson goes to the Washington Commanders.
The football club?
Yeah, I would like to see what happens.
Redskins. Bring back the Redskins.
I would like to see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. I would also like to see what happens with Kyler Murray. Do you think he's going to be staying in Arizona?
Nope, Kyler Murray's leaving.
Where do you think he'll be going?
To the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Huh.
Because think about it. Who does Tampa Bay have right now?
Nobody. Whoa.
They have Mike Glennon. Or no. Yeah. No. I don't know. They don't have anybody. We'll go with that.
Mike Glenn, I think that nigga's on the New York Giants. And
we'll go with that.
Ass.
So, yeah, once Tom leaves, you're kind of like, what do we do? Because, like, you're 90% of your team just left.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be like if Patrick Mahomes left the Chiefs.
The Tampa Bay
like,
Tom
we
Brady's
have good people, but
just
we're fucked.
got reverted back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I mean, they still
now.
have a solid team, but they need a quarterback.
But you need the quarterback. Like, we have a solid team, but if Patrick Mahomes gets hurt, goes down, leaves,
we're fucked.
What are we doing? Tyreek Hill is, I mean, unless we bring old Alex Smith back, but who we bringing? Chad Henne? Chad Henne did good for a couple of games, but he's not the answer.
No.
You know, he's not the answer.
This is not the way.
This is not the way.
Oh, my God. Man.
Well, I say we could probably fucking do a rapper-rooski right there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unless you guys got anything else.
You're suspended the whole season, Quincy.
What'd I do?
We found out you were bringing prostitutes into the back
During podcast
hours, and you were stealing out of the vending machines.
Is that against the rules?
And you ate my leftover Chinese food out the fridge.
And we found out you smoked Reggie twice.
Yeah, we had
in the building.
That was only on accident.
We had cameras planted everywhere, and we seen that she was smoking Reggie.
I did it on accident.
Hey, there was one point on the camera. You had walked out. This nigga had like the stems and the seeds in the grinder, grinded that shit up.
No.
This is the good part.
Oh, I would never do that.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
good part.
That was a false statement. Placed upon my name. Roll of Gas Podcast.
Facts.
Appreciate y'all checking us out. We'll be back next week with another motherfucking episode.
Yes, sir.
We out, baby. Peace.